Here with an inside look at State of Decay 2, the founder of Undead Labs, Jeff Strain. Jeff, State of Decay came out of nowhere. People got so excited about it, and it's been a number of years. People have been waiting to hear what you guys are doing with State of Decay 2. We got a little tease of it. I think it was last year at E3, right?
That's right.
There was the official announcement of it, I think. And
it
now,
was that officially that it was under development. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And now, a year later, you were at the press conference with a lot more content on the game, teasing it. So tell us a bit about the world of State of Decay 2. You know, everyone loved the first game, but for the second one, where are you taking the franchise this time?
Yeah. Well, you know, the State of Decay was at that time an Xbox Live Arcade title. Definitely pushed the boundaries of what we were able to accomplish in that channel. Took off, did super well. We took a lot of design chances with that game and took some risks, and people seemed to really like where we were taking this whole kind of survival fantasy genre. So the goal with State of Decay 2 was to look really critically at everything that worked well, everything that didn't work well, listen closely to what the fans of the game were saying that they wanted, and really build that sequel, rather than us having, you know, sort of pre-set notions about what it is that it should be. And so fundamentally, it's a bigger, badder, bolder State of Decay 2, much deeper character attributes and personalities, much deeper base building systems. The simulation is a lot more sophisticated. The world is quite a bit larger. And most importantly, I think we're bringing the #1 fan-requested feature, which is co-op multiplayer.
Yes, co-op MP in the game, and I gotta say, I mean, visually it looks incredible.
It's getting there.
No, but I mean, just to see like what you guys have been able to put together with it. Which engine is it right
now? So this game runs on Unreal Engine 4.
Unreal. Okay, UE4. So you guys have been building it on UE4. In terms of the the co-op MP, tell us about what that experience is. How many players? Co-op?
So it's you and up to 3 of your friends, so 4-player co-op. And you know, we put a lot of thought into. Everybody was asking us for multiplayer. We put a lot of thought into how that would work and what it would look like. And you know, fundamentally, what we decided was we needed to be true to the nature of the game. State of Decay is a game about your community. It's about survivors coming together and being smart about how they survive. And so it did not suggest to us that the right way to do multiplayer in State of Decay was to give everybody guns and have them run out into the field and start shooting each other. Right? It still needs to be fundamentally humans versus zombies. So the idea behind it is that you know, we wanted it to be very easy, drop in, drop out. We wanted players working together to solve problems together. And so at its core, you can invite your friends into your game. You can go play with them in their game. The game rewards you for working together to accomplish goals. And then there's the flare system, which is if you get in trouble, you can shoot a flare gun in the game. And that will notify a pool of people who have volunteered to help out that, hey, someone in the game needs help, and they can join your game and help you out, even if you don't have a prior relationship with them.
Yeah. Now, where is the game in development right now?
So we started working in earnest on the game about halfway through 2014 after the release of the final
This has been
DLC.
Quite the effort.
It has been. You know, we're a small team, and we've grown quite a bit. You know, Microsoft's been a fantastic publisher, very supportive of the game, and you know, have kind of helped us really invest and grow. But we still have a ways to go here. What you're seeing is a look at some very early gameplay.
What did you tease a date? You tease 18 in the press conference?
Spring 2018.
Yeah, so, I saw that. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you at least put a date on it.
Still some place to go. Yeah, it's still some place to go.
Wow, but you said like it's it's cool that a smaller team can build something this ambitious, look this great, and tell us a bit about Xbox. Xbox Play Anywhere as it says, but Xbox One X.
Yeah, you bet.
I'm sure you guys had the development kits. What is that allowing you to do that you haven't been able to do on the other systems?
Well, the big win for us is that the Xbox One X is, you know, considered part of a family of consoles now. You know, so often when you're a developer, particularly a smaller developer like us, it's very hard to support new hardware because you're starting with a whole new install base. With Xbox One X, we don't have to make that choice, but it does give us a lot of new toys to play with to scale the visual features and really make the game look spectacular. Obviously, there's the 4K element right off the bat, and then the HDR compatibility as well. We can really make this world come to life in a way that we weren't able to before.
Absolutely, yeah. No, and tell us about some of the some of the combat that we saw teased there in terms of how that's going to step up for 2.
Yeah. Well, even though State of Decay has always been about strategy, it's about rescuing survivors, building your base, being smart about how you survive. Combat always has been and always will be a core pillar of the game as well, and we want that to be fun and visceral and feel great. And so we still have the same kind of very broad and diverse loadout of weapons, both melee weapons and guns and incendiaries that we had in the original game, but we've really invested a lot more in kind of the close-in, kind of more visceral person-to-zombie fighting. There's a lot more finishing moves and just a lot more fluidity to the way the combat works, and a lot more crowd control type of options where you can pick zombies up, throw them around and knock other ones down, hide behind them, push them, things like that. So when you do get in combat, it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
And enemy-wise, obviously, lots of zombies, but any new abilities or things that we can expect in the sequel?
So none that I can talk about today, but I will say that the fan favorites from the original will be returning with a few new tricks up their sleeves as well.
I'm sure. And in terms of scale and scope of how big this game is compared to the original, what would you say?
Well, so the game ships with, right now we have 3 maps that are roughly the size of the original.
Okay.
So just in terms of the scale of the world, it's about 3 times the size. But really it's the depth of the simulation.
Replayability, yeah.
And for example, we had a couple hundred character traits in the first one. We have well over 1,000 in this sequel, and the combinatoric effects of that give you just an incredibly vast array of different character styles to play.
Different every time you play it.
Yep.
It looks like it's going to be quite epic, and of course playing with your friends, nothing better than that across all platforms. So it's play anywhere, right? So
it is play anywhere.
Xbox, PC.
That's right.
All the platforms. All right. Well, congratulations on you guys for 3 hard years of work. You got another year ahead.
Still ongoing. It's a labor of love.
Getting out there, right?
Yeah, that's right. It does.
Awesome.
A little bit scary, but always fun.
No, it's cool. It's nice to see the smaller developers can build stuff that incredible, and
Thanks,
it was a big moment on stage. So
okay.
thanks very much, Jeff.
Fantastic.
Seeing you.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
you popping by.
You bet.
We've